Good morning, everybody. It's a cold and calm December day, and we're on our way to Caernarfon Airport yet again, and this time we are flying. So we shall hopefully entertain you a little bit more than usual by taking the old DJI camera and sticking it on the coaming so you can see what goes on in the aircraft. No comms or anything, I'm afraid. It's too much like a complexity of connections, but there we are. You'll get to see what it's like flying around Caernarfon Airport. Roads are a bit greasy, not an awful lot of diesel around, I'm happy to say, but I don't know if you can see the temperature gauge. It's hovering around about the 5 degrees Celsius. It was 4 when I started, so we had the ice warning come on. It's been raining the past couple of days, not very heavily, not much sign of salt on the road, which is a bit of a nuisance with the motorbikers, all you bikers will know, but we'll give it a good jet wash when we get back anyway, and a bit of a once over with some oil. Weather takes its toll, or the winter takes its toll on the bikes. So what's been happening? Not an awful lot. We've been keeping an ear out for the Coast Guard. Been busy past couple of days. First there was a reported missing person on the North Peninsula. As far as I know, they haven't found him yet, despite hours of searching. And yesterday we had a potential jumper, sadly, off South Stack in Holyhead. So that search was called off last night, and I think it resumed for a little while this morning. Again, I don't think they found the body, unfortunately. But there we are. I'm sure somebody will have an unpleasant day out one day and find a body somewhere. It's always unfortunate when that happens. So, on to more happier things. Kids are coming back from university in the next couple of weeks. Christmas preparations pretty much done. We won't be doing much over Christmas. Might be going out for a walk on Christmas Day or something like this. Something that doesn't involve too much sitting around. Oh, hello, bit of blue light action. We always like that. Oh, okay, wonder where they're going. Careful on this roundabout. Doesn't seem to be too much sign of diesel. The roads are quite clear, strangely enough. Thank you very much for holding your patience. Yeah. So Christmas preparations are well underway, and I've got a bottle of a special something for one of my friends in the tower at Caernarfon Airport, helping me out with a couple of things, and just being a golly good chap in the tower in general. So we won't be doing too much by way of excitement in the aircraft today. It's just our monthly keeping our hand in flight, really. We'll only be up for about 30 minutes or so. A bit of circuit practice, throwing it about a little bit with practice forced landings, maybe something like this, maybe a flapless landing, depending on which runway we're using. We tend to use 2.5 right hand, which is a relatively short runway, and we don't tend to do flapless on that because we tend to run out of runway if we found that we weren't going to carry on a touch and go. And then we've got 2002, which is considerably longer and gives you a little bit more latitude, time to think. So we could do a little bit more on that runway if we're using it, but we have got 2 wind turbines, fairly substantial wind turbines, which limit the conditions and the wind direction under which we can use that runway. So it's all in the laps of the wind gods today, although there's not a lot of wind to speak of actually at the moment. Have to pick your days for flying in winter. It's either too windy or too foggy or something. Today's ideal. Somebody's been up already. One of the annoying features about flying is that, of course, A, it's expensive, and B, it's very expensive if you're the first one to take up an aircraft in the morning when the aircraft's cold. You have to wait until the oil temperature reaches the green on the meter. And this in winter, in these kind of conditions, when it's not too far from freezing, can take a very long period, take about 10 minutes or more to get up into the green. And we mustn't be tempted to take off before we're in the green, because that's not a very good thing for the engine. So it's always good when somebody else has taken the financial hit of simply sitting on the taxiway and waiting for the engine to warm up. Price at Caernarfon at the moment is about £230 an hour. So you can see the problem if you're sitting around for 10 minutes not actually flying, even though technically that is part of the flight. Obviously, once the engine is started, the flight has begun. But not a very enjoyable part of the flight, obviously. So the weather's picking up a bit actually. Bit of windy weather expected into Saturday. We're on Wednesday at the moment. No, we're not. We're on Tuesday, sorry. Which is a good job, otherwise I will have missed the bins. Dear. I'm just going to crack open the visor. A bit cool. Take it cool. A bit calmly on this corner here. Some people hurtling along. There we go. Nice and clear. So yeah, the models haven't agreed on just how windy it's going to be, but it's going to be a northwesterly by all accounts. And it could be up to about 55-60 miles per hour, which is nothing to write home about, but it is going to be colder again. Bit of snow up in the mountain, fresh snow in the mountains again today. Not an awful lot, but here's a quick look over my shoulder. Can't quite see the tops of the mountains at the moment. So yeah, it's about time we got some comments on the videos. I'm not getting any comments at all. Getting a fair number of views, given that it's only a humdrum sort of channel at the moment. Nothing spectacular going on it, but you know, we try our best. Let me know if you're given to taking your bike out in winter, or whether you keep it in a nice warm garage, or just a garage over winter. I am riding a lot less on this bike in winter, the Versys 1000, than the CB500 last year. No particular reason really, it's just not going out with my daughter for practice sessions or anything like this, and not going down to the shop so much. And also it's that much more expensive bike, so I tend to try and keep it in relatively good condition. But there's no reason for that. Good jet wash gets all the salt off and stops those metal bits from corroding. Give the chain a good clean and a lubrication. But I am doing a lot less miles in winter now. As soon as the weather picks up a bit, dry weather, sunny weather, I shall head off into the hills once more. Dear friends, once more into the hills. So yeah, no, it's warmer rather than colder up the hills actually this morning. It's whatever snow there is, it's quite high up. Quiet along the seafront this morning. This lunchtime, this afternoon now, 12:30. Days soon go. Days are very short now. Sun sets at about 4 o'clock, just before. cram in quite a few things in the day now. Yeah, the sunshine's coming out for us just as we arrive. Calm weather at the sea. Just see the wind turbine spinning there. Seems like we'll be on runway 20 this lunchtime. More or less straight down the runway. And if not, if the rules say that the wind turbines are likely to give us turbulence, then we'll be on 25 with a pretty much a 90-degree crosswind. But that's okay. We're kind of used to wind and crosswinds in Caernarfon. If we weren't, we wouldn't do any flying at all. It does cause a few headaches for those people who are not quite so used to coastal airfields and stronger winds. But most people are pretty good, really. Just on the horizon over there, in the sunlight, you could probably pick out Llanwyn Island with its old lighthouse. There's no lighthouse there now, there's a small beacon, navigation beacon, but that's about it. Fairly popular from time to time with filmmakers. Nice long sandy beach with the sand dunes and a bit of a forest. Yeah, nice walk, although you have to pay, unfortunately, to park there. There are free ways to get in, but with a significantly longer walk. I forgot to get a sandwich. Bit of a pain. I'm getting quite hungry now, but there we are. I can either resort to a bottle of Baileys before I go flying. That could be a bad idea. What else have I got? Oh, I can get a creamy choc drink at the clubhouse. That'll be quite nice. That'll give me a sugar rush for the flight, I suppose. So here we are, folks. Big hangar in front of us, just slightly on your left there is the search and rescue. Bristow, Coast Guard 936 is the call sign for the helicopter. At the moment we've still got the air ambulance in there as well, although that's scheduled to leave, although it's to be seen whether it actually will, for a new base down the A55 coast. Much to the annoyance of local people, apparently, who stopped donating to the air ambulance. So I'll catch you up next time you'll see me. We'll be in pilot mode. go, folks. That was Caernarfon Airport. Hope you enjoyed the video footage, basic though it was. Be much better with a bit of audio connected, but the connectors need sorting out and I can never quite be bothered with it really. So there we are. Caernarfon Airport, wind's picking up. Quite challenging conditions today. We did have a 90-degree crosswind to contend with, and as the photo I'll stick in the video will show you, also the oleo on the starboard side, which is in effect the suspension on the wing wheel. One of the wing wheels was very low, needed pumping up. They nominally meant to be pumped up with oil, but I gather that filling them with air is common practice and a cheaper practice. And, we thought it might be stuck. We had a go at lifting the wing, but no, it collapsed all the same. So that made things a little bit more challenging, as did the 90-degree crosswind, as did the wind flowing over the airport buildings. So landing was interesting, but good. Did a few practice force landings, to see the video, which is to bring the engine to idle and to see if we can glide it in, which I did successfully on both occasions today, despite quite a strong headwind on the base leg. So there we are, all good. Half an hour, bit of practice, remind ourselves how to fly. So now we're on a different kind of vehicle. Oh, there go some geese. They're always nice to see. Canada geese, I guess. Do a bit of feeding on the wetlands here. And it's warmed up quite nicely. It's 7 Celsius now, but it feels a lot warmer. That'll be because of the sun. The roads have dried up where they see the sun at least. That's rather pleasant. With a bit of luck, it'll stay out for the next couple of hours. We'll get home in about half an hour or so. Give the bike a quick jet wash. Doesn't seem to be any salt around. Makes life a little bit easier, but you need a little while for the water to dry off the bike before it goes back in the garage, so we shall get cracking on washing later. Not a lot going on at the airport today. Rescue 936, the helicopter, was doing very little. Quite a busy helicopter in general. Out several times a day usually, but a bit quiet today. Welcome back, everybody. Just about to join the A55, so before I say goodbye, we'll see what we've got on a gloriously sunny day now. Looks pretty clear on the A55, no slowing traffic by the looks of it. So no filtering fun today. Summer will come again. And on we go. So there we go, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you see fit. Hope you enjoyed the bike and aviation themed video this time. I'm sure there'll be more in the future. So until the next time, happy Christmas. I probably won't be posting again before Christmas. And a healthy new year. And we'll see you in the next one.